The cash flow confidence gap. Are you part of the 92% making this costly mistake? Did you know that 92% of small and medium-sized businesses feel confident about their cash flow? This sounds great, right? Well, here's the kicker. 91% of those same businesses are facing cash flow challenges. That's right. We're looking at a massive cash flow confidence gap. So the question is, are you part of this overconfident majority? Hey, I'm Tyler Martin. I'm a CPA with over 25 years of experience working with small businesses. I've built and sold 2 businesses of my own, and now I help other business owners navigate the treacherous waters of cash flow management. In this video, I'm going to break down this cash flow confidence gap, show you why it's so dangerous, and give you actionable strategies to bridge it. By the end of these 5 minutes, you'll have the tools you need to transform your cash flow management and set your business up for sustainable growth. Let's dive in. Number 1 is let's first understand what the cash flow confidence gap is. Now, what this gap really means is on one side, we have business owners feeling pretty good about their cash flow situation. On the other, we have the stark reality of late payments, unexpected expenses, and sleepless nights worrying about making payroll. This is true. Most business owners understand this. In fact, I recently interviewed a guest on my podcast, Think Business with Tyler. There's over 170 episodes I have published now. So if you get a chance, every week I talk with 7- and 8-figure business owners, and we go over their journey as an entrepreneur. Well, I was talking to one guest, and he thought he had everything under control. He felt his cash flow was in control, and he was feeling good about it. And then a couple clients delayed their payments. They were big clients, and they just delayed their payments. This left him in a serious cash crunch. This guest realized he was one bad month away from disaster. He managed to turn things around, but the lesson was clear. This confidence gap can sneak up on anyone, no matter how well things seem to be going on the surface. So why is this gap so dangerous? When you're overconfident about your cash flow, you are more likely to overspend. You might miss early warning signs of financial trouble. You could make poor decisions about growth and investments. Let me tell you about another client that I have. We'll call him Mike. He ran a successful restaurant and felt so confident about his cash flow that he decided to open a second location. But he hadn't factored in the lag time between spending on the new location and seeing returns. 6 months later, both locations were struggling, all because of this cash flow confidence gap. In fact, you see this a lot of times. You'll find a business, they go and open up a second practice, and they don't factor in that this additional office space may take them somewhere between 6 months to 2 years before they start to become profitable on that office or additional location. And that gap, that confidence gap, oftentimes causes them to have a serious cash crunch. And even in a worst case, I've seen, especially in retail, I've seen it drag businesses so that they go out of business. It's a terrible thing. Many years ago, when I did taxes, I had a guy come to me, and it was a beauty supply store. And he kept opening up these retail beauty supply locations. And I sat down with him, and he really wasn't making a very good living. I think he had 7 locations. So we started to look at each location, and it turned out only one of the locations was actually making money. And he quickly realized he needed to chop off the 2 that were creating the biggest losses and had the least amount of opportunity. It took him about a year or 2, and he turned things around where he was a lot more profitable. He was making a better living. He was managing his costs better. He was managing his sales prices better on his products. And he was actually doing a lot better than when he first started. So this gap is really dangerous. So how do you know if you're part of this overconfident majority? Here are some red flags. You frequently find yourself scrambling to pay bills at the last minute. That's a big one. You're not sure of your exact cash position at any given time. Can't tell you how many people oftentimes are scared to even look at their bank account because they just don't really know what their bank account is, and they're worried that it's going to be really low. You're making financial decisions based on your bank balance alone. This is a common one. You go and look at the bank balance, and that's how you're making your decisions. That's dangerous. And lastly, you don't have a cash flow forecast for the next 3 to 6 months. This is a critical one. A forecast really almost is like a crystal ball. It lets you look ahead and make decisions. And then each month you review your forecast, you maybe adjust it a little bit, and then you move forward each month managing your business through your forecast. It's a very key tool for growing your business in a sustainable way. So, hey, if any of these sound familiar, don't worry. Awareness is the first step to bridging this gap. Here are 4 strategies, and you can implement these today to get a realistic handle on your cash flow. Number 1, implement weekly cash flow forecast. So I had a guest on my podcast recently. I think it's going to be episode 181, which I haven't published yet. But he talked about how he has created this spreadsheet. It's very basic, where he's laying out his weekly cash flow. He's laying out his payments, his collections, his payroll, and he knows exactly where his cash and bank will be after his next payroll. And he does that about every 2 or 3 weeks. Personally, for clients, I'll do a 13-week forecast to give them visibility on 13 weeks out. Tools like QuickBooks and Xero can help you automate this process. But the whole point is you want a clear picture of what's coming in and what's coming out. Number 2, maintain a cash buffer. I like to see at least 2 to 3 months of operating expenses in reserve. Sometimes I'll even tell clients, depending on their industry, 6 months is safe. So you want to just look at your operating expenses and you want to make sure you have 2 to 3 months to put aside. Now, keep in mind, this isn't something you're going to do overnight. You're going to probably chip away monthly by good cash management and keep building up your reserves. This has saved many of my clients, especially ones that are in the seasonal business, when they have unexpected slow summers or their seasonality is different from what's normal, maybe a longer slow period. Having this 2 to 3 months reserve can be a really big difference between having a sustainable business and going out of business. Number 3, using financial ratios. Monitor your current ratio. This is current assets divided by current liabilities, and your quick ratio, liquid assets divided by current liabilities. These give you a snapshot of your short-term financial health. If you're not sure how to calculate these, feel free to book a meeting in the link below and we can talk about it. I'll walk you through it. Number 4, regular financial review meetings. Schedule monthly meetings to review your financials. Look at trends, not just numbers. Now, I'm not saying you should be pessimistic about your cash flow. Far from it. The goal is realistic confidence. No guessing, no overconfidence. When you have a clear, accurate picture of your cash flow, you can make informed decisions that drive your business forward. Take my client Tom, for example. Once we implemented these strategies in his construction business, he was able to confidently take on larger projects, knowing exactly how they would impact his cash flow. That's the power of bridging the gap. So there you have it. The truth about cash flow confidence gap and how to bridge it. Remember, 92% small businesses feel confident about their cash flow, but 91% face challenges. The question is, which side of the statistic do you want to be on? If you're ready to gain realistic confidence in your cash flow management, I want to help. As a CPA with over 25 years of experience, I've helped countless small businesses overcome these challenges and thrive. Here's what I'm offering. Click the link in the description to book a complimentary 20-minute cash flow strategy session with me. During this call, we'll talk about your cash flow. We'll get to know each other a little. We'll identify your biggest areas for improvement, and I'll give you an outline of a customized strategy to give you true cash flow confidence. Remember, I've been in your shoes. I built and sold 2 businesses, and I know the challenges you're facing. I'm not here to sell you one-size-fits-all solution. Instead, I want to provide you with tailored advice that can make a real difference to your business. So if you're tired of the stress and the uncertainty that comes with poor cash flow management, take action now. Click that link, book your free strategy session, and let's start building a stronger financial foundation for your business. Lastly, thanks so much for watching. If you found this valuable, please give it a like and subscribe for more insider CFO advice. Check out some of my other videos for deeper dives into small business financial strategies. I'll see you in the next video and hopefully on a call soon.